Hello everyone, I'm Vishesh Vaibhav and today we'll start with lab. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th lab. Alright, so we're going to get started with Generative AI Studio. Alright, so I've already logged in, so you need to do that step by yourself. Now when I'm here, I'll just skim through this, I'll just see what it says. And you might see that it's giving you 1 hour, but it's actually a very short lab. So why is that? Because it's giving you an option to explore the things which you should ideally do. So if you do that, you would be, as I told in the previous video, you will be helping your career and yourself. So I'll just start this lab right now. Okay, so it'll take some time, and now it has opened a lab for me. So I'll click this, I'll wait for it to happen, and then I'll click go to password. I'll paste my password, and then I should be on a page like this. I'll click I understand, and while it happens, let us see what do we need instead of requirements. There's nothing that we need. We just need to enable the Vertex AI API. So there are two ways you can do this, but I prefer the faster way. The faster way is just go here and type Vertex AI and click this one, and then what you can do is you click enable all recommended APIs, and what it does is it is enabling all the APIs for you rather than enabling it one by one. When I've done that, I'll click check my progress, and this should give me what I need. Alright, now we need to create some prompts. This is what we need to do. So we need to go to alright, if you can't find artificial intelligence right here, because we're already here on the Vertex AI, if you can't find artificial intelligence anywhere here, because I couldn't, don't worry, this is something that we can search Vertex AI. You can come here. So I'll just put it here, and then I'll go to let me see, where do we have to go? Alright, Generative AI Studio. So we'll go to Generative AI Studio. This is what we are looking for. So we are already there. Now we'll go to language, and then we'll go to text prompt, right? This is what we need to do. So we already did something of this sort when we were doing our LLM video. So you might remember it from it, but we are going to do it in a bit, a more explained way. So when we are here, what we'll do is we'll click text prompt, and then I'll explain to you what it actually is. And I believe me when I say this, you'll love exploring this thing, because it is what will make you a good developer in the future. And if you really understand what you are doing, it would help you a lot, right? So I would first tell you what the task says, because we'll complete the task first and then we'll start. Alright, so in the freeform mode, these are the two modes that we are here. This is freeform and this is structured. I have already explained what it was, but I'll tell you again. So the freeform is where you give out text and you just write what it says, and structured is you give it a example first, that okay, this is this, and then when you test it, it gives you an output you desire. Right, so we are on the freeform mode first, so we'll just go ahead and copy what it says, and we can adjust the temperature, token, top key, top K, top P. It doesn't really matter, but if you want to explore that, if you get a different response or not, you can do that. So when I click submit, it should give me an option something like this. So we'll be exploring everything, but let's just complete the solutions first. Now when we are here, we are under the structured mode. So what is the structured mode? This is where you give some examples before, and you ask the AI system to predict what the next example should be. So we are not going to give any example right now. We're just going to go to text, and we're going to click submit. Let's see if it already knows what the color of the sky is. Okay, we're waiting for some output, and it'll take some time, but it'll give us some output that is blue, that it should give us. And then we'll just wait for it to come. Alright, so okay, here was a different response that we anticipated. So it asked in the test field, it wanted to give us the color of the sky is. Now when we give it, it doesn't really know what the color of the sky is. Is it blue, is it turquoise, is it azure, cobalt, cyan? It doesn't really know, because we haven't really told it, right? We need to train it first on some data and then ask it, because it really doesn't know how to predict, what to predict. So this is what we are going to do now. So we're going to come to the examples field. This will be on the structured, mind you, and then we'll paste it right here, and then we'll come to the output field and we'll copy this and we'll paste it right here. So what we told it is that this is what we need from you. Let me paste it here. Alright, so the color of the class is green, and the output, the color of the class is, we gave it an input, and the output we gave it was green. So we wanted to tell it like this. And now we'll click submit because this is already there. And now it should give us a response that we want. See, it gave us blue because now it knows what to do. I'll explain everything after this part where the people who are here just for the answers know what we are doing. Alright, so we'll return to the text prompt window, and we are right here, and then in the examples field we'll write this. You need to click this, okay, and then it was a time well spent. Okay, not this, we can just click this. We just need to click it in the test, and we'll click submit, and let's say what it gave us. It was a time well spent. It just gave us the answer that we gave it back. And now we'll come back here, and now we need to enter these into the examples field. I'll explain everything, please be patient. And a well-made entertaining film, so we'll click positive, and then we'll do it a few more, and then negative. You can do that, and I'm doing it with you. Alright, and I'll take this again, and then I'll paste it. Okay, now I did that. Now I'll explain what it is, but in a short way now. So we are giving it an input, a well-made and entertaining film. So we are thinking that, okay, that the sentiment of this is positive. Okay, positive. I fell asleep after 10 minutes. It's not a good thing. So negative. The movie was okay, but it's neutral. So now if we give it this prompt, it was a time well spent. Let's see what it gives us. It gave us positive because it's a good thing that the time was well spent. So this is what we did here. And now we need to save this in order for Google to know that we really did this. Give it any name you want. I gave it prompt, and then it takes some time to save. Please be patient with it. Don't close it. Please be patient. Alright, so it took a lot of time to load for me. So if I'm waiting for too long, I'll just do it. I'll close it, but then I'll go back to see if it is saved. It's not saved, so I'll click cancel, and then I'll try to save it again. Okay, it says saved from. It took some time, but it's now saved. Alright. Now, when it is saved, I can go back. Alright, it is saved. Why does it ask me to do that? Let me just do it again, just to be safe. That we don't need to do all of this again, right? Okay, saved from. Now it is saved. You can see this go grayish. When it is gray, it is saved. Now, when it is saved, we'll click check my progress, and it will give us a progress which says task completed. Amazing. Now we need to go back, and we need to go to create prompt. Okay, it's saved 2 times, don't worry. We need to go to let's see, the language page, which is where we are. We'll go to the get started one, and then we need to go to the text chat. Alright, this is interesting. So we are asking it to be somebody here, and we will be asking questions on the basis of that. Remember the example of Sachin that we did in the LLM video? This is something that we are trying to do. So your name is Roy, you are a support technician, and only respond with this. So let's see what it does. And we are giving it a chat that is, my computer is slow, and let's see what it gives us. So the AI is typing now. This is how a chatbot really works, right? And it gives us, have you tried turning it on, off and on again? Because this is the only thing we're asking it to give. We're asking it to give it, have you tried turning it off and on? Often, even if I write something else, hey, this is what it'll give us. I hope it does. So we'll just wait for a few seconds. Right, this is what it gave us. It is giving us the same response again and again, no matter what we say. So now that we did that, we'll save this thing. So how do we save this? We'll click save. We'll give it a different name. I'm giving it this. So sorry for the names that I give. I'm really bad at it. Alright, it'll take some time. So I'll just, okay, it did not take some time. It's just saved now. And I'll go back and click check my progress, and it should give me the desired result, that is assessment completed. Amazing. Now it is asking us to explore prompt gallery, and this is what we'll be doing. Now, what is the prompt gallery? What is all of this? Well, let's start with the start. and for the people who have completed it till here, you can end the lab and you can see everything happening, but I'll not end the lab because we are gonna understand this first. Alright, so let's explore the text prompt first. So for example, write an essay on Google Developer Student Clubs. Alright, and let us give it the temperature of 0.5, a top K of 40, a top P of 0.5 again, and max responses, anything like that. Adjust this and see what different queries you get, and then I'll explain what we are doing. And let us wait for it to do something. I just wait for it to do something. Alright, it has already done it. Okay, now what we did is we're using the free-form structure of the prompt. The free-form is just giving us anything that we want as text and expecting an output in return. So here we gave it a prompt that we want an essay on Google Developer Student Club. It used the data it was trained on, not Google. It used the data it was trained on, because AI systems are usually trained on some data, and it is possible that the input we ask is not available on Google. So it uses the training data, and it has been trained on. So it does know that what Google Developer Student Clubs are. So it is giving us a lot of information, and what we can do is we can expand it further. Say, give me 10 bulleted points for it, and we'll click submit. And when we do that, okay, it went back because we had already completed the lab. So I'll just sign in again, 1 second. So if it says the same for you, you can end the lab, or you can just try to sign in again. I'll do that. Let's see if that works for me, or I've already completed, so I won't be able to do it. Let's just see if we are able to do it. Click next, and okay, we are able to sign in. That's a good thing. Alright, so because we had done it, we were locked out. Now what we did was we wrote write, and I'm so sorry for the typo, write an essay on Google Developer Student Clubs. Alright, and then you can adjust it the way you want, something like this, and we'll click submit. Now we do that, it will give us some response, right? Alright, so it gave us a response. So it is something like this. Now you can see that the response is like a bit longer from the previous one. Can you guess why? Any guesses? Like, you might think what it says. So we did not adjust the top P. We kept the top K unchanged, or we did make some changes, and the temperature was also a bit more. So it really depends, right? What example is it is giving us. And when you adjust these things, you'll really understand that what are the things that are happening in this. So for example, let's just say, give me 10 bulleted points for this, and if you click enter, it should give me what I want. So everything that I type here should give me an example, or should give me a prompt that I wanted from it, just like all the AI models that we use. So it's giving me 10 points that I wanted. That's amazing. That is very good. But what if this was free form? But what if we ask something that like something that we want a sentiment out of something, or we wanted to do analysis for us. So for example, what we can do is, I'm not doing it here, but it would make the video longer, but what we can do here, paste some of the raw data here, right, and ask it to make it organized for you. It can do that as well. So there are a lot of things that you can try with freeform. Like, you have a lot of time left here, so you can go ahead, try and see what it does for you. I'll come back to structured now, and I'll tell you what it is. So so you can explore this all you want, but I'm going to help you understand. So what is context? So here what we can do is, what we can write is, we are talking about cities, right? This is what we did in the developers one, the LLM one also. Or what we can do, let us take over a different example. Alright, let us talk about a bit more. Let us talk about a bit more controversial things. So controversial as in we are talking about some of the greatest players in sport. All right. Okay. Now I am giving it some examples so that it knows that what we are talking about. So let us give it some examples and let us see what it gives us. So for the input field, let us get some sports, which is tennis. Okay. So if I think of tennis, the first person that I think the best person to ever live who played tennis was Roger Federer. My information might be a bit recent because I've watched him play, but it really depends. So I wrote Roger Federer. You can make it a bit more, like capitalize it and all, but I have not done that. Now chess. Who comes to your mind? So I think of Magnus Carlsen, and obviously Vishwanathan is amazing. I'm just giving it some names. All right, Magnus Carlsen. I'm not sure if the spelling is correct, and but it should understand what we're talking about. And if tennis is Roger Federer, chess is Magnus Carlsen, let us give us another sport, F1. So F1 racing, and I can think of Lewis Hamilton or Michael Schumacher, depends on you. Lewis Hamilton. All right. So what we actually gave it was, if we think of tennis, the greatest players in sport is Roger Federer. In chess, it's Magnus Carlsen. In F1 racing, it's Lewis Hamilton. So this is what we are giving it. Now we need a test. So let us give it cricket, and let's see what it gives us. All right. We can include batch testing and write football or soccer, whatever you call it. And now let us see what it gives us. In cricket, it's Sachin Tendulkar, and in football, it's Lionel Messi. So in cricket, if you are a Kohli fan or a Dhoni fan, which I am, Dhoni fan, I would really think different, but obviously Sachin is the greatest. And for football, I also watch football. So Ronaldo versus Messi, a big debate, but okay, it thinks Messi is the greatest player of all time. So we can really just see that if we include the token limit and we include the top K and we decrease the probability to 0.25, does it change its answer? We'll just check. Okay, it is not changed it because it tested a lot of samples again, but it thinks that okay, this is the best one. So you can try and think of something like this, and you can see what is happening. And you know what's the best part about this? That this is what is happening here is not rocket science. It's not magic. It's all code. So if you are good at Python, or if you have learned Python, which will make it happen if you wanted to, this is all it is doing. It is calling the Vertex AI. From Vertex AI, it is importing the text generation model, and all that we did in the previous lab, this is what it is doing, but with a UI. So I hope you understand what we are trying to do here. If you're good at Python Colab, you want a notebook, you can do this. If you are good at curl, you can do that. But at the end of the day, it's all code, and it's all something that we can do. It's not rocket science, right? So I hope you understood what we are trying to do here, and we'll just go back and we'll not save it. Because we don't want to save it. Why do we save this? Okay, so tuner model is also something that we can do. We can do supervised tuning or reinforcement learning. Remember, we talked about reinforcement learning in our first session. This is what reinforcement learning is. We can do that, but it will take some time, so I'm not doing it. But again, in this 1 hour that you've got, you have full freedom to explore the Google Cloud platform to your fullest, because that is how you will understand your potential. We can come to vision also, and let's come to vision. Let's see what it does. Okay, and the generate function, as I guess, is not available for us, like what DALL-E and what Midjourney does. I guess it's not available, but this is what we can do. So let's come to something that we can actually use. Let us use a picture that we have first used. All right, I don't know if I'm using the same, like a good thing, but let us use this one, the exact one that we used in a previous lab. So I'll create generate caption, and it would, alright, I guess it's not generating for some reason, because I guess it's not something that we want to do, that it wants us to do, but maybe. Alright, so let's get some text to speech. So what is text to speech? Let me see if I'll be able to get, okay, I hope I'll be able to do that. Okay, so let's just get text to speech. So hi, I am Vishesh speed to, and click submit. Let us see if it is helping us do that.
Hi, I am Vishesh Vaibhav.
So I hope you understand. It's sounding a bit of a human. Let's give it a better text, okay? Let's see, Wikipedia, and let us talk about independence. Let's talk about India better. Alright, so let's copy this and let's paste it here, right? And let's make it English mail, and you can also see the code for this. So it is amazing, and I love this thing. So let us submit and let's see what it says, what it does. I'm not sure if you can hear my voice, hear my audio that it says, but if you're not able to, you can try this for yourself and you will be able to do it. So
NDIA, officially the Republic of India, ISO Bharat Ganarajya 21, is a country in South Asia. It is the 7th largest country by area, the most populous country as of June 2023, 2223, and from T.
So it's reading everything that is there. I forgot an I, so it said India. So it should be India. Okay, I have completed the 200 to 200. Okay, we only can get 200 to 200. So let us say something like this. Let us see if it helps us do that. Hi, I am Vishesh Vaibhav and I am just checking if this works. Let's do that. Hi, I am Vishesh Vaibhav and I am just checking if this works. I'll change the language to English India because I have an Indian accent, and let's see what it gives us. So it says Vishesh Rap, and I'm just checking if this works. So it got it right, but obviously the surnames are different to catch, so never mind. So this is what we did with the Generative AI Studio, and you know what, go ahead, go to get started and open a lot of these things and understand what it is doing. You will love it, I promise you will love it. And you know what, go ahead to code prompt. So what we did not try is, so let us say give me a C++ code to store a data in a stack and output it. So if I do that, you can do adjust things if you want, and if I do that, it would give me the code. How cool is this? How cool is this? You can use this to make code from code. So the world is heading into a different revolution, and I love this. So it would take some time, but it would give us the info. Let's see if it does. It is taking some time for me. It might not take time for you, but I promise it gives us code for what you want, and this is the best thing to ever exist. Just like ChatGPT, just like every other AI model, this is an AI model. You know how it was created, and nothing in my opinion can be cooler from this. So you know what you are doing to make all of this happen, and that is amazing. I love this thing. So you are asking Python to write a C++ code, and that is irony at its finest. Okay, so there was this text and code prompt, there was this text chat, there was this code chat. Okay, what is this? So you can actually write some code, and then, or you can write some prompt and you can get some conversation out of it. I would not do that because it would take time, but it's an amazing thing. Try it out, take your time, and yeah, so I guess this should conclude our video. But if you want a deeper explanation of me, or if you want a practical class, all of us doing this, I would love to do that for you, and AUH and I are always there to help you out with this. So this is all from this video. You can go back to where it all started and click end lab, and you can click submit, and you can click this and click submit. I would say thank you for reviewing this lab. You can go back to check if it is really completed, and I would say that it is completed, and now we end this video. Thank you.